now rocking with the best. Debates get hot, boy, I am so many fresh. I talk cash money like I'm Birdman. Tackle topic straight on, no swerving. All facts is what I'm serving. No one's better or more deserving than me. I bring that heat like Miami on a whole nother level like I'm Otani. I prove points by helping you visualize, using data that's analyzed by eagle eyes. Get your mind right and act like you know. You are now tuned into the Real Untouchable podcast.
Hey, what it do, sports world, and welcome to the Real Untouchable podcast, man, with me, Ray Diggs, and I got a great segment for y'all, man. I want to talk about this weekend college football recap for week 13, man. What I think about the week 13 recaps. It was a great week of college football, and it's what we expect when it comes to SEC football. It's basically you lose a game. That's basically what we do. In the South, that's what we do. We expect that if Alabama goes to Tennessee, chances are they're going to lose. You know, we can expect for if Ole Miss goes down to, you know what I'm saying, whoever they go down, or South Carolina, and South Carolina blow the doors off, okay? We expect for teams like Auburn to go to Texas A&M and beat them because that's the way the SEC is set up. But this weekend right here, we're gonna start off by talking about the number 5 team in the nation, Indiana, going to Ohio State. They did not put up a fight. Say what you want to say, but Indiana is not a college football playoff team. Say what you want to say. You can give them all the praise y'all want to give them, but you cannot say that this team right here is one of the 12 best teams. Will they get into the playoff? Of course they're going to get in. With a schedule, with a strength of schedule the way they got, with a 7th strength of schedule, of course they're going to get in. But do they deserve to get in? Probably not. But they will still get into the college football playoff. But they lost this game 38-15. Ohio State looked like they was the most, dominant team in the Big Ten, even though I think that's Oregon. But they looked like they was the most dominant team in college football this week. Okay. And they won the game 38-15. Miami beat number 8. Miami beat Wake Forest 42-14. Number 9 Ole Miss went on the road. Like I said, they went on the road and lost to Florida. That's the way the SEC works out, y'all. That's just the way it works out. Okay, and now they pretty much college football playoff. Chances. It's on life support like Alabama's is. It's on life support. But they lost to Florida 24-17. Number 13 SMU went down to Virginia, dominated the game 33-7. We had number 25 Illinois winning 38-31 against Rutgers. It was a Hail Mary play. How they won the game. I think that if you lose a game like this, you gotta fire your coach. You gotta do something. You can't just keep losing games the way they lost that game. And that's why I think that it's going to be changes coming to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. All right. We had Massachusetts traveling to number 10 Georgia. Georgia blew the doors off, which that's what they supposed to do, and kept their playoff hopes alive. SEC championship. They also, with Alabama losing, they clinched the SEC championship game. And I think that with that win, I don't care. I think that if they go and lose, they would still somehow get in the college football playoff. That's just my opinion. All right. We had UTEP going to number 11 Tennessee. Tennessee blew the doors off 56-0. We had Kentucky going to number 3 Texas, lose 31-14. We had number 4 Penn State winning the game at Minnesota 26-25 in a close game. I was watching that game, and I honestly feel like if Minnesota just played the game how they supposed to play it, they would have ended up coming out with a win in this game. And I honestly think they choked this game here away. All right. We had number 14 BYU going on the road at number 21 Arizona State. Arizona State upset BYU. BYU has lost 2 games in a row, and now their Big 12 championship hopes is on life support, in which I think it should have been on life support because I don't think any Big Ten team should get into the college football playoff. But with tonight's loss for Tulane, the Big 12 pretty much will clinch. The winner of the Big 12 championship will be going to the college football playoff. So now we know that. We have number 16 Colorado going on the road, losing at unranked Kansas 37-21. Stop that Deion Sanders hype train, the Shador Sanders hype train, the Travis Hunter hype train. All three of those hype trains were put on hold until further notice by that Kansas Jayhawk team, Kobe Bryant and the rest of them boys out there that dominate for Kansas. All right, we got number 17 Clemson beating the team that they played 51-14. They be playing against nobody. We had Wolford going on the road to face number 18 South Carolina. South Carolina did what they were supposed to do. I gotta say this: South Carolina might be the most. There might be the team. The team that I watched earlier against Alabama was a good team. The team that I'm watching right now is a totally different team right now because of how dominant this team has been the last 6 or 7 weeks. I think that they're having fun now playing football. All right, they're having fun right now. And that's why I think this South Carolina team is on the verge of some way getting into the college football playoff. Because things keep shaking out the way it is. If they can go on the road this week and beat Clemson, you're not going to tell me that they're not going to put this team here in the college football playoff. I bet you any kind of money that they do. Watch what I tell you. But I think that this South Carolina team, if they can go on the road and beat Clemson, number 12 Clemson, depending on how convincingly they defeat Clemson, I think that they can possibly get into the college football playoff. All right, we had number 23 Missouri going to face Mississippi State. They beat Mississippi State 39-20. And then you had the Army, number 19 Army, going to Notre Dame. Notre Dame blowing the doors off of them. And I just want to say this right here about Notre Dame. Notre Dame is playing against a bunch of these military colleges. You know, they played against Air Force. They played against Navy. Now they playing against Army. Army was undefeated, if y'all didn't know. But now they pretty much lost one game. They're unranked now. So, and you know the crazy thing, that Colorado can play against nobody and be ranked with 3 losses. And Army with 1 loss is the unranked. Make it make sense to me. Anyway, we're going to move on to number 12, Boise State, going to Wyoming, winning 17-13. And number 7, Alabama, going on the road to Oklahoma. Yes, the team, where they at? Right here, in the back. Yes, them. Going on the road and laying a damn egg. Now, I'm going to stop here for a second. Now, Jalen Milroe, this is what I want you. I want you to look me in my eye when I'm talking. Look me in my eye when I'm talking. You was horrible in this game. This right here is probably the worst I've ever seen a quarterback play. And like I was telling people that I work with, I feel like Jalen Milroe was losing his confidence as he was playing. He was losing his confidence as the game went on. I'm talking about 3 picks, 1 return for a touchdown. Could not run. The game plan was totally horrible. This game plan that they put in place, that Keelan DeBoer puts in place, I don't understand it. You started off with 3 straight runs by the quarterback, and you see that Oklahoma was clearly not gonna let Jalen Milroe beat them. And that's why this game right here was 24-3. And I normally, y'all know how I get when I as the team that I like, I will, go down. I would be like, yeah, they still deserve to get to the college football playoff. But I can no longer say that because Alabama do not deserve to be in the college football playoff. They just not one of the 12 best teams. They got the 12. They got top 12 talent, but it's at the top that where this team right here is lacking. And at the quarterback position, Jalen Milroe, he ain't it. Yes, you heard it here. He ain't it. Y'all know my motto. He ain't it. So, and then Oklahoma didn't do nothing. The game was starting to feel like, to me, feel like when Alabama played against Vanderbilt, Tennessee, where the defense held them, but the offense couldn't get going. The game plan was so basic. So, and somehow this team just ended up just getting blown off, getting the doors blown off. And the last thing I want to say, Keelan DeBoer was outcoached clearly by Brent Venables. Clearly he was outcoached. And that's the reason why I feel like Nick Saban, when you had Nick Saban, you knew that you was never going to go into a game where you feel like you got outcoached by the other coach. It just wasn't going to happen. We miss you, Coach Saban. But Alabama went down to Oklahoma and pretty much lost their hope. And they still got hope. They on life support. They are. They're on life support right now. But I don't think they should make the college football playoff. But y'all let me know what y'all think. All right. And then we had Texas A&M going to Auburn and Auburn winning in overtime, 43-41, in which I feel like Texas A&M should have won the game. But the way the way they was playing, the coaching, it wasn't going right. Okay. And that's the reason why they went down there and lost against Auburn. Okay. We got number 22, Iowa State beating Utah. Utah's been terrible this season. I think the only game I might have seen them almost win was BYU. That just tell you how bad BYU is. That just tell me everything I need to know right there. And then we had number 24, UNLV beating San Jose State, 27-16. Those are all the games for this week. Make sure y'all tune in to the next episode of the Real Untouchable podcast, in which I will be talking about giving y'all my predictions for this weekend, which is week 13. Well, this is week 14 in college football. Week 14 college football prediction, the Real Untouchable podcast. Make sure y'all tune in. And also, I want to talk about the Heisman Trophy. Yes, we will be talking about the Heisman Trophy and why I think that Alston Gentry, from the Boise State running back, should definitely win the Heisman Trophy on December 3rd. I think it's December 3rd, December 8th, one of them, whichever one it is. He should definitely win that Heisman Trophy. And why I think that the Heisman voters need to watch the Real Untouchable podcast with Ray Diggs, so y'all can listen to what I'm telling you all and why I think that this young running back deserved that Heisman Trophy. So make sure y'all tune in, man. Until next time, man, happy Thanksgiving, and y'all have a great Thursday night, man.